Welcome back to ADub TV. We are here feeding the cows. Oh boy, there are a lot of cows in here. Feeding the cows, yep. There are plenty of cows, and why are we feeding the cows today? Well, you know what cows give us. Cows give us the leather. And what do you use leather for? Well, you use them for making books. You can see over there is plenty of reeds. There are plenty of reeds is what I meant to say. And what that means is we will have plenty of paper in order to build these books with. Why do we need books? Well, today we're going to be building our little library, our little area to start finally enchanting. It's an exciting day, ladies and gentlemen. So, right now, we need to kill 32 of these cows. So, let me get to it, and then we will get to making some books and bookshelves, and we will get to doing, the fun stuff, the building. Okay, so we have our stuff. We have our books and paper and things like that. And I was saying that I'm thinking I want to do it up on this hillside up here. I think that's where I want to build our little library. I'm thinking sort of like a wizard's library type of thing. So maybe like someone who is, maybe not necessarily a wizard. Although I guess we are doing... Okay, I guess we are doing like spells sort of things because it's enchanting. So maybe, yeah, it is a wizard. But like more the idea of someone who's kind of a keeper of knowledge. So I like having it up here kind of overlooking the area, and it has a nice view of the farm. And so I want basically like a tower that's going to have the enchanting in it, and then maybe like a lookout area right here, and then like a library down below the tower, so like a bigger library. And I was thinking I didn't want to include acacia, but I actually kind of like the gray, so I think I am going to use the gray of the acacia. So starting off, I'm just gonna have to throw some of this stuff on the ground. I'm just gonna start an area that I can have it's a little out of the way, but still able to have, the goodness gracious, still able to be nearby that I can store my stuff in. Storage is really important. As you can see, I brought a whole bunch of different like wood and the paper and everything. So I have everything here that I need. I'll have to make a few trips back. Anyways, I kind of, the more that I look at the acacia, I do like the look of the log. So I think for this build, any sort of log that I do is going to be an acacia log. And I know I can I'll just go back to that, this place back over here, the village that was abandoned. It had been hit up by bad guys. I'll go back over there for the, for acacia if I need a ton of acacia, because there was a lot of acacia there because they built their village on the side of the house. So I am going to start by laying this area out. The layout's a very important part of the build process, and then I will get back to you when I am done with the layout. So right here is this lookout area that I'm going to look out from, I guess, something that I'm going to build. So I think this is going to be right about the same height right here. I think what I'd like to do is put a little fire pit in the middle. So maybe, the wizard comes out here occasionally and does some sorts of like rituals in the fire out here. And again, it's going to look out onto this area, the farm out here, perhaps out to this village, and in the distance, I know the draw distance isn't that far. But in the distance out here, that's where our Agrabah city is going to be. So perhaps, we can use our imagination. Perhaps he can see all the way out to Agrabah on a nice day, and they use that in order to see where his stuff is. So that is going to be our sort of our lookout outdoor ritual area. This little area in here, I think, is going to be eventually a little enchanting house. Not enchanting house, a brewing house. So it's going to be for brewing potions and things, like a little kitchen area. And then perhaps also where the wizard sleeps as well, maybe. Right here is going to be our main library area. So this would be where the wizard keeps all of his books and does incantations and things like that. And it'll just be off to the side there. Might end up being a little bigger than this, but, we'll see. And then this right here is our coup de grace. That is going to be our enchanting tower. So that'll go up a couple levels. I'm thinking 4 levels, so we'll have one big base and then maybe a couple smaller inner levels, and then a nice big top area up here with a big roof. And within there, the big top area with the big roof, that's where all my enchanting equipment's going to go. And then down here will maybe be a connection to that library right there, or maybe I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what we can think of. It might be a connection to the library. It might have something cool looking like a magic spire thingy going on in there. I don't know. We will see. So I've laid this area out with wool, because wool is real easy to collect. I have plenty of sheep down there. It's also really easy to get rid of and really easy to see. So there's a lot of reasons why wool makes a really great layout tool if you're ever laying anything out. So you can see it's pretty quick for for clearing out. So anyways, I am going to start on the tower itself. I'm going to start by putting a little base on the tower. Again, this initial layout is not going to be for making anything look fancy or anything like that. It's just for getting the basic structure. And then after we've got the basic structure of things, that's when we can mess it up. That's when we can start adding details and other things of that sort. So we'll start out by building this tower just in a real basic form, and I'll get back to you when I have that tower base completed. We have our base here, and as you can see, it's just cobble and spruce planks, okay? Pretty simple spruce slabs. I like to do slabs. It uses up a lot less wood. So essentially what we have here is a nice looking floor, and I want to do spruce slabs for the floor, and then probably dark oak for the roof, just to give us that nice dark feeling. I'm actually already liking the look of this a lot as far as the build. And as you can see, I just carried that cobble down to the base there. So what I'm going to do now, and actually I'm just realizing that is going to need to be out to here. That's going to look a lot better. It's going to flow a lot better if it goes to there. And I'll also just be able to put a doorway in there that looks really good. Anyways, just a little sidetrack there. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm going to actually go 2 up on the walls and then bring it in 1. This area, I still want it to be kind of 3 high, but it's, again, we're thinking about both aesthetics for the inside and the outside. So you kind of always want those walls to be up too, so you can walk around. But I also kind of want to make it look like you built the builder built a nice big heavy base here and then brought it in. So you can have a tower, it holds up a nice big tower. And then on the inside, we'll have some real hefty stuff that looks like it's holding it up. But for the most part, what I'm doing here to start with the base is 2 up on the outside and then just 1 in from there. And then that'll also make us a nice little walkway around the top that I can put in with other other things, I guess. Anyways, I'll be able to put a walkway, and that'll also be a way in order to get up here. Maybe there'll be like a staircase around back. Just thinking about different ideas for building as I construct the initial parts of this. So I'm gonna get that full that base area, I guess, the base room, maybe is what we'd call it, and then come back to you after that piece is completed. Okay, so we are in the inside. As you can see, I just completed the one level, and Bronco, I tell you, Bronco is such a little sneaky. Okay, so I've just completed that inside area, and these are stairs, so this is going to go here. So the next order of business is to get this tower done. I think what I want to do is, let's see. I think this area right here needs to have a platform around it. So I guess I'll need to go get this stuff. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a platform there, and then I'm going to go up 5 and then put another platform in, and then go up another 5, and then I will start the relatively steep climb into our upper tower area. And so the upper tower area will go vertically, sort of diagonally vertical into the base, which is going to probably be just about the same size as this, maybe one smaller. So let me get my stuff. I will put in this first thing, lay out the top of the tower, and then come back to you and show you what I've got. Okay, so we've got this inner platform here. I think this right here, I might end up replacing this and this piece with wood. We'll see. Yeah, what happens in the future. Just keeping that in mind, that might be a great area to replace that with wood. But for now, you can see what I've got in this little platform right here. The next step is going up 5 and then recreating that platform right there. So we're just going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way I know where I'm going. Okay, and then the next step is actually just going through here. Okay, so I find this the easiest way. So you set up 1 to be the height that you want it, and then you just bring the rest up in 2s because it's really easy. Okay, so that is the first piece of the tower. Now I'm gonna want to mark that off because remember how on the house down there we talked about how separation was really important. Separation is definitely going to be key on this tower as well. So in order to mark this off for myself, just to make sure that I remember, okay, that this is a main section, I'm just going to stick a little bit of wool right up here. It's not permanent, and don't worry, it won't stay there. It's just something when we go to decorate the outside, I want to know where the middle of this tower piece is. So I don't know how you guys want me to play this as far as building goes. Do you want to see more building, or do you just want me to skip ahead when I build things? I've been skipping ahead because sometimes I think that can be a little boring, but sometimes it might be more interesting to see my thought process behind things, why I'm building things the way that I'm building them. So let me know if you'd like to see me building more, or hey, Ada, just skip past that. We don't need to see the building. We just want to see the finished product. So just show us in between. So again, we're going to do the exact same thing here that we just did before, okay? We're going to go 5 up from there. So that gives us, I believe this one is 5. So I'm going to go 5 up from there, and then we're going to take it from right there. So I will finish that up, and then I will see you in a second. Okay. So I finished those 2 off and then came back to look at it. One of the things when you're building is you always want to step back and take a look at what you've built just to see, just get a good look of what you're dealing with, because sometimes things can look a little different from a distance. So one of the things I was expecting on doing just 2 of these sections, but the more that I think about it, the more that I'm thinking that I'm going to need 3, just because I want it to look grand and great. And I think, having a tower right here, that's going to be sort of the outline of the tower. That'll still look pretty cool, but I think if I do 3 sections and it comes out like that, okay, and then down, I think if I do 3 sections, it's going to look a lot neater. So I'm adding 1 more section to this, and then I'll take a look back at it and we'll see. All right, so we're back. And again, you have to ignore the wool and the holes on this thing. But I think what we've got here looks pretty darn cool. So the next step is adding that great big bell-shaped tower on here. Now, what I said before, we're going to go out pretty sharp with getting that tower on. That means, as you can see down here, we actually did 2 full blocks to get that tower up there. What we're going to be doing in order to get that tower up is we're going to be doing half slabs in order to bring it up real sharply. So it'll be like it's being held up. Later on, I'll add extra pieces to look like it's actually being held up there. But I think the half slabs are going to be a good way to go to kind of make it look a little precarious up there. Maybe a little bit like it might fall down at any minute, but also so maybe like, hey, magic is holding this up a little bit as well. So I'm going to get to making a few half slabs. I'm going to put that base on, and then we'll come back and you can see the base completed. Stepping back, you can see how that roof or that base sharply moves up into that area right there. So we have the lower area. That's those 2 windows, and you can see I marked it off with a little piece of wool right there. So it sharply moves up. We've got it marked off. Then we're going to put an upper area, which is 3 high, and then I'll go a 4th one high, and that is where I'll start the roof. And then the roof is going to be kind of it'll start off kind of real shallow and then sort of swoop upwards. You've seen wizard roofs. Wizard roofs. You've seen wizard roofs and other things. So that's exactly what I'm planning on doing is wizard roofs is like that. So I'm just going to grab these guys so I can do the building up there. So I guess I'm going to start off by, I'm going to head up here. I'll show you what I have up at the top area. Again, this outside area is going to get detailed and decorated later. So you can see I've got this area in here cut in. And that's as simple as replacing a few blocks, so I didn't think that would be too big of a deal. It was more difficult to walk out on the outside there. So you can see what I've got in here. It looks pretty cool. I think it'll look pretty good. This area, I don't know what it'll be. Maybe like a sitting area or a storage area or something like that for our wizard. Then in here along the roof is where we are going to start placing these guys, because if you remember, we talked about how this top area is going to be it may not be completely enclosed. There might be like a little hole in the floor somewhere, but for the most part, it is going to be a great big area where you're able to walk around and stand and whatnot. Okay, I'm not moving on to the roof quite yet, or I haven't moved onto the roof quite yet. I'm just taking a look from the bottom here to see if I can get away with doing 1 more ring around the top. And I'm still not quite sure. I really do want to get that, I do kind of want to get that inside area so I can do 2 high windows up top, but I'm not really sure if it's going to work out. Hmm. You know, yeah, it's such a minor detail to be worrying about. I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm just going to put one more up on the top, and I'll show you as soon as we get up there what I'm talking about. I've done 3 high here, but what I'd really like to do is stick 2 high windows in like this. I think it'd look really neat from here. But I didn't know if I'd be able to figure it out. Maybe even 3. Actually, I like that a lot better. So I think I'm going to do 3 high windows like that. And if I'm doing 3 high windows like that, I think I can get away with putting the roof right there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not adding an extra level. I'm just going to go boom, boom, boom like that. 3 high. Okay. So I have the initial part of my roof completed here. And you can see, I hope I don't fall off. That would suck. So you can see what we have is this little, I guess, a little overhang. Yes, that's exactly what it's called, an overhang. You have this little overhang, and then we're stepping up in half slabs. And I'm going to do a third step up in half slabs. And then what I'll do from there is for maybe 3 levels, I'm going to switch to a stair coming up. And then from the stair, I'm going to switch to a full slab and finish up a tower in that way. So what I'll be getting is it'll be kind of like, what would you call it? Longitudinal curve or something like that. It'll be a curve that comes upwards, and it gets pointier and pointier as the roof goes. So essentially what we'll be doing here is, and actually I don't know why I'm using half slabs on those pieces, because I should be using full slabs. Let's grab these full slabs here. So it'll just get pointier and pointier as the roof goes. So essentially, what we'll be getting into is it'll look like a wizard's roof. I don't know if it's particularly easy for you to visualize, so maybe in just a second you'll be able to see it here and see what I'm talking about. Okay, we're done with the roof. I told you I was going to do 3, and I thought I would, but now the more that I'm thinking about it and kind of looking at this roof, I think it only really needs 2 stairs up. The rest of it can be just a single slab with a stair on top of it. So, and then out here, I think I'm going to want to go 1 more half slab out, but that's something that I'll have to do later with pillaring up and scaffolding and whatnot. So we're going to put that off for now. The first thing that we're going to do is start here, and I'm just going to put these on right here just to get us lifted up a little bit here. Okay, and from there, go like this. Good, and that should be it. Again, we're just doing scaffolding here. Oh, I didn't realize I'm going to have to go to sleep here pretty soon. So, what we're doing right now is getting this set up here. Now this is going to be set around here. Remember, all the wool that we set is eventually going away, so don't worry about the white stuff showing up. It's not going to be there. Again, wool's a really great construction material because it's so different from anything else. You can sort of tell what you're planning on getting rid of in your final construction project. So you can see right here, right around the bottom, it was, stair, 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 right? It's stairs right on top of each other. But what we've transferred to here, and that's not going to work. We're going to have to do that. There we go. What we've transferred to here, and I really need to get to bed, goodness gracious, is a system where we have a stair on top of a full slab. And what that's doing for us is it's actually bringing it up. It's increasing the pitch of the roof. And what we're looking for is a roof that is constantly increasing in pitch. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, like I said, we've got this real steep pitch going on. That was up 1. We're going to go up 2 on these. Okay. Up 2 there. That's up 2. That's up 2. That's up 2. Good. Okay. And then these will go up. Let's see. I'm going to have these go up. Let me cut that out just to see what we get. I think that'll look okay. So we've got this up here, and we're going to go boom, 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 like that. Da-da-da. And let's say that, oh gosh, how should we finish this roof off? The question is, the thing that I'm wondering about is, do I want to do a stair like that, okay, and then turn it around like this, and then just, I think that's probably, seeing as I've run out of stairs, I think what I'd like to do, we've got that, I think I'd like to do this. Okay, so how many up was that? That was up 2 there. 3, so maybe we'll do 3 and then 4 into the sky. We'll have to run back and see how this looks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, actually, let's grab Bronco here. Finally, you're actually in the right spot when I want you in the right spot. Okay, come back here. That looks pretty okay. Let's see. Again, that bottom area is going to go out a little bit. Oh, yeah. Let's come back further back here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, a few things about this. Again, the outside's going to get detailed out a lot more. This bottom, see how this is all half slabs on the bottom right here? These half slab bottoms, I'm going to bring them out 1 more just to give a larger overhang. I think that's going to make it look a lot better. The overhang will come out to like right there-ish. I think that'll look a lot better. Again, there's going to be windows right here. Okay. And it might be neat to carry them down all the way to the bottom. I'm not sure. There will be windows right there. Hey, Rufus. And then this is going to be layered. Again, remember we talked about separation. So I'm either going to separate it in the middle there. Probably it's going to be a 3-tiered separation. Once again, you'll have a little house right here going into it, and a little outdoor lookout area. I think we talked about different ideas for that. So I think that's going to be it. We're going to call it for today. That was a pretty long episode building this thing. I'll see, maybe I can cut it down a little bit, but I think it'll be pretty long. So thank you for watching ADub TV. In our next few episodes, we're going to be decorating this thing out. But for now, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. If you really like this, please hit the like button. If you really, really liked it, hit the subscribe button. And if you didn't like it, then I don't know, man. This one's one of my favorite episodes so far. I don't know what to do about that. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you all in the next episode.